I am nobody. Cusk covers. Is anyone else hearing this? Is anyone else hearing this? My scissor sister. Okay, now on to me. Just some personal stuff because y'all are really nosy. Just kidding. Love y'all. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Are you single? Yes, I am. Do I need to expand on that? Okay, I won't. Who are your best guy friends? Yikes! I'm gonna get into some flack for this one, aren't I? Okay, I'm just like speaking from proximity's sake. So this is your sign to like hang out with me, because y'all, have you reached out? Have you reached out? I don't know. Wait, am I allowed to use real names? I'm gonna use letters. H, cause he's the greatest. My muse always knows how to have a good time. Low maintenance, love you. A, cause you're literally my scissor sister. We're the married couple that never has sex. Basically, I'm the Frances Ha to your Sophie. Like everything in terms of like style, music, going out, and cafe, dinners, everything. I just love you so much. Oh, I can use a real name for this one. Richard, love you, Richard, cause yeah, we go way back. Has this love for movies. We always talk about movies, and yeah, we just been like through way too much. Now let me tell you, way too much. Juke, I miss you, I love you. He designed the cover for my book. Yes, I have a book out, but y'all please, don't y'all run out and buy it, because I think I have like 7 or 8 copies in stock, and I need to restock. More copies are coming in, it's just, I'm waiting to send them over, and I've just been so busy, I haven't done it. But Juke has designed the cover of my book. Yes, I have a book out, it's called Adolescence Leaves. Buy it if you love me. Okay, is that all the guys? I think so. Okay, we're done. Thought daughter or gay son? Probably thought daughter. I feel like if I had a gay son, here's the thing. I think I'd be a terrible father, honestly. I just love myself too much. That's why I'm still single. I just love myself too much, and I respect my alone time way too much that, honestly, I don't think I would have gotten through all these books, y'all, if I was in any kind of relationship. And if I had the responsibility of a child, except unless you're modern Ajima, because like, oh my gosh, girl, I don't know how you do it, but I need to get on your level. Get on your level. Horse-sized dick or dick-sized horse? Obviously a dick-sized horse. I love me a puny pony. Give me that. How are you so sexy? Y'all, I'm not. I'm just a potato. Would you ever get a tattoo? What, where, and when? Probably when I'm drunk. I do want a tattoo. I just never know like of what. But if it had to be a what, it would be a slice of pizza. A pepperoni pizza. Because I am your pepperoni playboy. Instagram down below, or I'll have something here. But yes, I'm your pepperoni playboy. If anyone doesn't know, Mac DeMarco stands. If you haven't seen the documentary, love me, Mac DeMarco. What would you do if you're given $100,000? Pay off my student loans. Y'all, I'm in debt. Where are your dream travel destinations experiences? I really want to go to India. I just love the architecture there as well. Yeah, something like incredibly outside of my life. I really want to go to Beijing, China. I just haven't done it, and it's on my list. I think I'm just like terrified of the language barrier. Because I'm a firm believer in like being able to pick up, like knowing a few lines before you enter any kind of country, just like for courtesy's sake, just pick up a bit of the language before you actually go there, which I did not do for Korea actually. But since having been here and immersion, I think has helped me a lot. Yeah, I do want to do China. I want to go back to Berlin. I haven't been back in a while. Paris, I always miss Paris. I want to do Paris again. Montreal, I want to do Montreal actually. I think there's just like a grunge there that's still alive, and I want to go. Am I missing anywhere? I'm probably missing something. Oh yes, I do want to do Naoshima. It's this island in Japan that has a beautifully designed museum that I've been wanting to go to, and I just want to spend like 3 days there, phone off, just me, my writing, maybe a book or 2. Okay, maybe not like 3 days, maybe a week. I don't know yet. I don't know. But like a writing retreat. I want to do a writing retreat there. I just want the silence. The silence, y'all. Nothing interfering with that silence. I want that silence. Just have that time to write. Okay. What food absolutely disgusts you? If you're my friend, you'll probably know I'm like a disgusting eater. Might look good to y'all who are watching the vlogs and stuff, but like if y'all know me, I've had wonton tacos before when I was like really down and out in San Francisco and like working 2 jobs just to make rent. I was eating Taco Bell hot sauce with tortillas. Yep, that's it. So I can literally eat anything. That's why it's so hard for me to choose a restaurant to eat at, because it's just like I can literally eat anything. Any time of the day, I'll do it with you. We'll go out and eat. But if there's one thing, I'll have it probably linked down below. But it's Claire Boucher's Grimes, who married Elon Musk, divorced now. But Claire from Grimes talked about this thing that just like repulsed me to the core. And it's this thing she calls sludge. Sludge. And it's couscous with a heck ton of veganese and celery and tomatoes. And that's it. Oh God, it's just, but yeah, sludge. I don't know, that if there's one food that like disgusts me. If you could sing like anyone, who would it be? Blossom Dearie. I wish I was Blossom Dearie. Like quiet, under the radar, would probably find her at like some lonely jazz bar and is working, you know, part-time and is singing these sad little sweet songs. And you're like, is anyone else hearing this? Is anyone else hearing this? Like, y'all, I think I'm crying because y'all hearing this. I think more people need to listen to Blossom Dearie. She's like the female Chet Baker. Everyone knows about Chet Baker, but no one knows about Blossom Dearie, I feel. She got my heart. And there's like so little information about her, which I think like just builds the mystery to her. Or just like jazz musicians in general. They're all mysterious, right? What is a go-to celebratory meal for you? I don't know. I don't really have like celebratory meals. I feel like I have meals that I deserve. Like if I am super hungover and I need some kind of like massive sustenance, bread, meat, something greasy, it's probably a burger, like a cheeseburger. I think I always think back to that because it's like, who said it? Whenever I have it, I always think back to this thing that Francis Ford Coppola said where it wasn't him specifically, but it was one of his nephews or whatever, you know, anyone in that Coppola family. But they were talking about something and they were talking about Francis, and I was like, yeah, Francis used to go to Vegas all the time because he loved getting a cheeseburger. He loved just like getting a cheeseburger at 4 a.m. He loved Vegas because you can do anything. I just love me a cheeseburger, plate of fries, I'm good. Would you? And if so, how often? I would. I really would. And I do it all the time. Honestly, all the time, 24/7. If I could, I would. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, done, did, done. All the time, all the time. Mostly on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Maybe the hump day, Wednesday. But yes, you had a pooky day. Work sucked, nobody texted you all day, terrible weather, you spilled coffee all over your favorite coat. What are you eating, drinking when you get home? Honestly, this is Monday through Friday for me. Like, past week, I didn't really talk to anybody this past week, if we're really being honest. I spill coffee on myself almost every day. On my favorite coats, I try to reserve for the weekends. But yeah, I don't know. What am I eating, drinking when I get home? What I usually eat, which has been a chicken nugget salad. I really have to treat every day just like any other day, even if it's bad, even if it's good, because it just makes moments where I'm not realizing that I'm celebrating even a lot more memorable and cherishable. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. What do you love most about LA? I love how weird it is. It's a weird place, but it's also really beautiful. The sunsets are gorgeous. It's a city. Outside, you have the desert. You also have the mountains. And it takes like a 10-15 minute drive. There's also a lot of shrubbery if you go into like Mulholland Drive. It just has this incredible terrain to it. But it's also very weird. Like the people there are weird. And also it's multicultural. You have so many different languages going on at once. It's this hybrid, laxed, hot, cool place that is just so weird. It's an alien to itself. And I think that's what makes it so different from New York. I feel like New York breeds a lot of art, but so does LA. And I think works at sort of the same pace that New York does. It's just a lot more laxed on the weekends, I think. But if you want to have like a fast-paced life, you can if you want. LA, you're able to just be relaxed. In New York, I don't think I can be ever relaxed. I've never had a relaxing time in New York. I mean, I'm sure you could like probably seek it out, but personally, I don't think I can. the people that I surround myself with and sort of the lives that they live and everything. I just can't. What do you think about astrology? I wasn't really into astrology until I lived in San Francisco. And then I realized it's just sort of another thing that exists in the world that adds a bit of color to your life, a little bit of explanation, much like religion, I say. Like, if you believe in the animalistic zodiac, or if you believe in an MBTI religion, these are all just different sets of details that add color to your life. And I'll take them. I'll take anything, because the meaning of life, I don't know. I don't know. 42? I don't know. But they all add some sort of answer, which I'll take willingly. What one thing would you say to 18-year-old Nathan? Everything bad that happened when you were 18, every bad feeling that you felt is probably the worst of it. Everything else that comes after will probably be a little less harder. It'll be a bit easier. Not to say life gets easier, Nathan. Life doesn't get easier. Life is still, I think, god-awful. But just to go back to that Dillard quote, how we spend our days is how we spend our lives. You are Samantha Jones. It is the year 2004 and you're the hottest piece of ass in New York. How would you spend your ideal day? It'd be Friday, October, November, early lunch at Serafina's, meatpacking district, catch a matinee. And within that time, October, November of 2004, there are 2 movies that came out. Insane, insane. Before Sunset and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Such a good year to be alive. 2004? The fall of 2004? Y'all. I would not be able to make up my mind. So that's why it's either October, November. After that, go to the Chelsea galleries. I tried to look up what exhibits were going on, but there's very little detail. So I don't think the internet was like incredibly alive then. So it was really hard to find this information. And then after that, maybe a drink, a fuck at Soho House, Mandarin Oriental sometime in the early evening. And then depending on whoever's budget and whoever's paying for drinks. And then, yeah, go home to my tiny apartment and read a book. That's a day. That's a day. Who would you like to collab with most? Ooh, in terms of like brands, Notion. I'd love to do a Notion collab because I actually use Notion. Squarespace, because I think I want to transition my sad Google sites to a Squarespace site eventually, but it's kind of costly. Ooh, no, I'd love to be like a brand ambassador. I feel like the way brands are seeking out influencers, they need to look to like smaller scales as well so that they're more grounded with the people. Yeah. I want to be with FSG, except I don't think FSG likes me. If y'all want some tea, sometimes I'll send messages and they'll just like leave me on red. But I'd love to be some kind of collab with FSG. FSG, I love you. If you're watching me, I love you. I really do. I read a lot of your books. Would love more physical ARCs. Picador, I like Picador, mostly because of those cusk covers. Those cusk covers, y'all. Cusk covers are so cunty. Particular brands, Sandy Liang, I love Sandy Liang. Shu Shu Tong, I love Shu Shu Tong. La Mer, I love La Mer. Why did I do that? Why did I say I love this, I love that after every name I dropped there? Oh, I'm so annoying. Okay, I think that's it for brands, but like for people, y'all, let me know if you want this. I'm kind of been like brainstorming for what I want the channel to be, but I'd like to invite like more just really casual chats with all your faves. Like, I just love to do a cute little chat with like Jalen, bar in the bookcase. I love Jalen. I did that thing again, oh my God. But Jalen, I really do love you. He's doing incredible work, I think, in terms of creating this like direct correlation between the writer and the reader, and he asks like really, really smart questions, y'all. Like really fucking smart questions. I want to do more casual chats with your faves, your favorite booktubers, because I think it'd be cute, you know? Like worlds collide. I love that, love that. Pato, would love to do a little chat with Pato. Alex, from What Page Are You On? Because we all miss Alex, y'all, don't we? CJ reads, I love CJ. Love to do a cute chat. But yeah, I just like casual chats. Savage reads, just real casual. Just like talk about life and books. Do you like bananas? I do like bananas. I need to eat more bananas. I loved when you could get a banana for 10 cents at Trader Joe's. I think they're more expensive now. I need to eat more bananas. Frozen bananas, y'all. Chocolate covered frozen bananas. The one from Trader Joe's, if I need like a treat that doesn't feel too bad because it's a banana. Living in the US versus Korea, pros, cons about living abroad. I got a few questions about this one. This is interesting. If I want to be real honest, all the Trump stuff got to me and I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. So with that and healthcare, I decided to settle on a country that was, one, it had to be a democratic country, two, provided national health care, three, aligned with sort of the aesthetics that I lived by. And Korea just fell into that. I've always loved Korea in terms of fashion, aesthetics, graphic design, interior design, and it's affordable too. Korea is affordable. And a lot of people sleep on Korea. A lot of people have like a higher interest in Japan, and for good reason. I love Japan as well. But cost of living and affordability in terms of like life, consumerist goods, it's a lot cheaper in Korea, which I love. But it's not all gumdrops and rainbows, y'all. There are cons. There are pros and cons to wherever you live. And the cons is that though Korea is a democratic country, it is still quite conservative. Like one, I don't feel entirely myself. Being an expat is hard. It is a lonely experience, which is interesting because I feel like a lot of people don't ever talk about how lonely it is, but it is. But you have to be like comfortable enough within yourself in order to be here. Otherwise, you'll feel really lonely, and you really do have to seek out specific communities in terms of like interest base or what have you. But like, yeah, it is lonely. You know, I don't see my friends as often, and that's always hard. I miss them a lot, and it's hard because also if I do want to talk to them, I do have to think about like time differences. Language barrier, like I can get by, but it's like I can't talk about like politics or emotions or dreams as much. But I don't think I really need to do, honestly, which is a pro in itself, a con and a pro in itself. I've always felt alien, and it's no matter where I go, I will always be alien. And I think you have to live with that if you plan to live abroad, knowing that you're very different from everyone else. Though I feel like I assimilate pretty well, given that I'm Vietnamese, and the Vietnamese and the Koreans, I think, share similar aspects within like culture. Why am I here? National healthcare, for one. Two, it's a lot safer, I'll say that. It's a major privilege to say this, coming from a male perspective, but when I walk home at night, I'm so safe. Like, I don't have to worry about anything. When you're at a cafe in Korea, you can leave your phone at the table and no one will take it. In America, like if I'm at Starbucks even, it's like, hey, can you like watch my laptop while I use the restroom? You don't have to do that in Korea. It's like, there's CCTV everywhere. It's a surveillance state. I mean, however Orwellian you want to get to it. But like, nobody really steals here. There is theft, not to say that like you should be careless, but like for the most part, you can like leave your stuff anywhere and nobody will take it. Unless it's an umbrella, a bike, and yeah, I think that's it. I love going out here because Korea has a very strong nightlife. Sometimes I can't keep up with it. I love clubs here. Clubs will stay out till like 8 a.m. even. There's one club I still have yet to go to, but they stay open till like 8 a.m., which is insane. But yeah, I'll do the whole go out until 6 a.m., catch the first train, and then call it a night. But even then, if I don't want to, taxis are quite affordable. They're quite cheap here. And there are night buses, which is nice. They come like every hour rather than day buses that like come every, 5-10 minutes, what have you. Just, it's safe, it's fun, it's affordable, and that's all those things. I think it comes down to like what you value in your life, and are you living to those values? And even if you live within those values, sure, there are pros and cons outside of those things. But it's if you're living to live with those pros and cons, are the values in alignment? And I think those are what you have to consider. What's an interest of yours you believe people would say is cringe? No, I don't cringe. Because you know what? I do the lowbrow, I do the highbrow. I love me McDonald's as much as I love a Michelin star restaurant. I love Taylor Swift just as much as I love Maggie Rogers. I love Emily Henry. I'll do Emily Henry, and I'll do, Annie, like I'll do everything. From a book perspective, I think it's important to read everything, because when you read everything, you really do get like a less judgmental and well-rounded perspective of the world. Do we have well-rounded individuals anymore? If there was like an absolute one cringe, it would have to be Woody Allen. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't like any of the newer Woody Allen films because they are absolute garbage and he really needs to get with the times. Just so out of touch with reality. But it's like the earlier Woody Allen films have made so much of my upbringing in terms of how I construct my stories and how I analyze characters that it's just so much a part of my identity. Like, these glasses are because of Woody Allen. No other frame has fit me, ever, except these. When I saw them on Woody Allen, I was like, I need to do it on me. Because without them, they're part of my identity. Like, without these, I am nobody. I am nobody. And my hair too. Without my hair, I'm nobody. But like, yes, this is why I have the glasses. And I'd say sort of my neurotic stuff, I just aligned with Woody Allen tremendously. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, if that's one cringe, yikes. Okay, last question. If you had to choose another name for yourself, which one would you pick? I don't know. I think like Nathan suits me pretty well. I never grew up like wanting another name. Maybe because also when I invent characters, I do try to name them names based on like, if I was just like curious about like, what if I had that name? But really, no. But if I had to choose, I guess Noah. That's mostly because I'm working on a story right now where the main character is Noah and it's about Korean identity. And he's a Gyopo, which is basically a Korean American from the viewpoint of a native Korean here. I love that name because when you write it in Korean, it looks Korean and assimilates with Korean pretty well. But it's also like a very American name, if you will, like an English, because I don't have a Korean name. So whenever I like write my name down at like the hospital or like immigration or like at a restaurant, if you will, they're always like Nason. They're like, what is that? And I'm just like, oh God. But Noah is like fine because it's just Noah. So it's okay. It's a passable yet also very modern name in Korean. A biblical name. It's interesting. It's like a biblical, modern, Korean, American name, which are some themes I'm exploring with this new novel. Stay tuned, folks. But if you're curious about my writing, yes, my novella is out. Adolescence Leaves. Don't everybody rush at the same time to order it because I think there's only like 7 or 8 copies left. So anyway, y'all, that is it. Those are all the questions. Thank you for all of your questions. I hope I answered them to your interest and thanks for being here. 2K, y'all. Oof! For everyone who has like stuck around, like even from like the beginning vlogs, oof, yikes. Those vlogs are like, ugh. This is a space still for creativity. I'm learning still how to better incorporate books into the daily vlogs, how we can better talk about books. And yeah, we'll always be willing to take in recommendations, considerations, name drops of books to add to my TBR. Just chat in the comments. Would love community. That's what I'm after. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. Listening to me blabber for like what will be an hour of editing, I think. Y'all, don't forget, reading is sexy. If you're not reading, you're not sexy. And truly, thank you for being here and putting up with me. It truly means a lot. Your presence matters. As always, be well, do good work, keep in touch.